Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to do a pregnancy Q&A. I asked for some questions over on Instagram and let's just answer them. So the first question is, have you thought of any names? Yes, we actually have our names picked out. I've had my girl's name decided since I was about like 18, and we had boys and girls names picked out well before we even considered having kids. It was just something that we talked about. So now we have the full name, we have the first name and the middle names as well. But I think we're going to keep that to ourselves. I know a few of our friends and family know, but I don't think I want to announce that until we have our baby, just because that's the only kind of thing I'm gonna keep private. Anyway, I picked the girl's name and then Faisal has the boys' names picked. Next question is, was it planned? Yes, but we didn't expect it to happen as quickly as it did. So I'd had a laparoscopy at the end of September, and after I healed, we were like, we don't know how long it's going to take, let's just start trying. Like, not gonna lie, I didn't expect it to happen like 6 weeks after we started trying. Yeah, it was a bit of a shock because we kind of expected us to potentially have months, maybe years of trying. So for it to just happen, we were like, okay. It definitely was the most amazing shock, but it was a shock. But yes, it was planned. Next question is, will the baby speak Arabic? Yes, absolutely. It's really, really important to both of us that our child, kids, however many we end up having, if we have more than one, know about their heritage and their roots and their ethnicity and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, they will absolutely speak Arabic. My mum's actually started learning Arabic so she can also speak Arabic to our baby, so it's really sweet. And yeah, I want them to be immersed in that side of their heritage as much as possible. So I want them to be bilingual and definitely speak English and Arabic. Has it changed your relationship so far? I want to say no, but I mean, it obviously has. I don't feel any different. Obviously, we're now not just a married couple, we are husband and wife and parents as well. But I don't feel any different towards Faisal, other than I just love him more and more. I feel like I have a new love for him that I didn't know that was there, but also I feel like he has an even greater sense of respect and admiration for me as well going through this. Obviously, by the time the baby comes, it's gonna be different, and yeah, we'll probably bicker and stuff like that. To be honest, we don't argue. We just don't argue. Like, neither of us like arguing. So seeing how amazing he's been with me in this pregnancy so far, especially with me being really sick, and seeing how he's just taken everything. He does everything, like he cooks every meal, he won't let me do anything essentially unless I want to, and his main priority is like, okay, well, how can I minimize Eleanor's stress so that she can look after growing this baby? So yeah, I just love him even more. But we don't know what to expect when the baby comes. But to be honest, if I had an ounce of doubt in our relationship or in him, then I wouldn't even consider having kids with him. Even if I had a 10% doubt, I just wouldn't do it. I'm 100% sure that he's going to be the best dad ever and still the best husband ever. I couldn't do it. I'd rather not have kids. Like, I'm not concerned. Like, we've already spoken about how, like, we've already put plans in place on what we're prioritizing, and we're understanding that we're going to be absolutely exhausted and sleep deprived and all that kind of stuff. But we keep saying to each other, like, we really, really, really want to make sure that our relationship is still husband and wife, and we still go for dates and we still do things where we like fall in love with each other all over again. Like, we don't want the strain of having kids to fully take away from the fact that we are like a couple first. And I know people might be watching this and saying, oh yeah, well, just you ain't, like blah 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 blah, but I see couples do it. I know of couples with kids that still make sure that they have time for themselves as a married couple. I know that it's doable, and yeah, I'm excited for the next stage in our relationship. Like, we got married after being together for less than 2 years. When you know, you know. So yeah, I don't have any doubt. This next question is really fun. Will they go to gigs, and what kind of music will they listen to? Obviously, yes, they will go to gigs. I mean, Faisal has been so excited for so long about the thought of having kids and them being at his shows. So yeah, they're going to be at Loath shows 100%. I think everybody's really excited about that. I think the whole Loath team are excited about that. Yeah, they will definitely go to gigs. I think I started going to gigs when I was 10, and it was the shaping of me. But obviously our kids are going to be going to gigs from a lot younger. A lot of our friends are in the music industry, a lot of our friends are in bands. We want them to be immersed in that world as much as possible. If they enjoy it, they might hate gigs, they might hate music. I mean, I highly doubt it, but obviously we want them to be doing what they want to do. But yeah, they're definitely going to go to gigs. I mean, since being pregnant, this little baby scene, Bring Me Twice, Blackout, Broco, who else? Like loads of bands. And even Loath, Fight Start, obviously, this band's been on, I mean, this baby's been on some really cool guest lists already. This baby's a lot cooler than me and Faisal already. It's a little rock star baby. And I'm hoping to go to as many gigs and festivals as possible before the baby's born as well, because I just feel like it'll be so cool when they're older to look back and be like, wait, I was there? Do you know what I mean? Like, Han, you're going to be backstage at a Loath and Corn show. You're a cool baby. What kind of music are they going to listen to? I think it's really important for them to develop their own music taste. I come from parents, well, my whole family really, but I come from parents that absolutely love music. Like, music's such a massive part of everything, isn't it? And growing up, I was surrounded by what my parents listened to, which was Britpop, R&B, hip hop. But then I very quickly, as a very, very young girl, discovered nu metal, pop punk. I was listening to nu metal and pop punk when I was like 4 years old, do you know what I mean? And it was always really like expressed. Like, I would discover a band, or my sister would discover a band, then my mum and dad would discover and be like, oh, I love them, and then we'd all go to gigs, and it was just so much fun. And we're going to be a musical family anyway, because Faisal's obviously a musician. He's constantly in his studio room writing bits, doing bits for Loath, doing bits for other artists. And yeah, I want them to be able to discover their own music, which I'm sure they will, but then also know that they've got an insane back catalogue of so many genres, you know. We listen to classical, we'll listen to like hardcore, we'll have rap, R&B, which I love growing up on, but then like the metal kind of things as well. I'm so excited for when the baby starts to be able to like move and like feel that rhythm and stuff and just start dancing. I think it's going to be so funny. Have you had any weird cravings? Do you know what? I would love to have a really funny, quirky, cool answer for this, but to be honest, no. Everything I crave is everything I used to have as a kid, as a treat, and none of it's vegan. I, for context, am normally vegan apart from eggs, but literally I crave orange squash. I drink orange squash all day, whereas before I never drink squash. I crave Dairyly, like Dairyly Dunkers, the jumbo tubes, and Dairyly Lunchables. I nearly brought a snack attack the other day and I was like, oh, that's going a bit too far. But I'm just craving like manufactured processed carbs. It's really annoying. I wish I was like, yeah, I'm craving organic quinoa, and do you know what I mean? But it's just not. I'm not craving the pickles yet. I'm waiting for that. I am still, you know, I'm only into my second trimester, so there's still time. It's not cool. Normally pre-pregnancy, my diet is like so balanced and healthy. I eat so much veg and such good food. I have a really, really healthy relationship with food, which I am thankful for every day, because I know that's actually a luxury. But being pregnant, I have to say, like, I'm forcing those vitamins down me, and I force myself to eat fruit every day because I just want like processed food. Has pregnancy felt lonely? Yes. Oh my gosh. In the first trimester especially, it's felt really, really lonely. I think because in the first trimester you tend to not really tell people. I felt lonely because I felt like I was lying to a lot of my friends. Like, I have friends that live a few floors above me and I didn't tell them just because I didn't want people to know. It felt lonely missing out on so much work. I mean, I was gonna, because I obviously found out I was pregnant on like basically New Year's Day. before that, my plan for the start of the year was to just be as busy as possible, like just get so much work in, so much socializing in, because that's how the end of the year, like the end of last year for me was really busy with work and social stuff, because I can walk again. So I wanted to continue that and see how much I could do. That all stopped and I couldn't do anything. I had to turn down so many really amazing job opportunities, so many gigs, and like hanging out with friends and stuff like that, and that was really miserable and really lonely. I don't so much feel lonely now, I think, because everybody knows, and I'm just kind of like not feeling alone at any point, because I have my baby with me. Like, they're there kicking about. Who did you tell before you announced it? I obviously told Faisal. Well, I FaceTimed him, and he was like, what? Told my parents. Faisal told his parents. My sisters found out as well, just because I was seeing them. Basically anyone that I had to see for work reasons or anything, I kind of had to tell people. I think especially because I was so unbelievably sick. Yeah, a few close friends and a few family members knew. This next question has been asked quite a few times, but what will happen with Faisal and the band? We'll pretend like that never happened. Nothing. Nothing's gonna change. Faisal's not leaving the band. Like, nothing like that is obviously going to happen. Like, I think the only thing that could potentially happen is he might have to miss a show if I have my birthday on a day where he's playing a festival or something. Like, that's the only thing that might happen. And I'm probably, well, I'm going to have a C-section for like various reasons. And so for the time that I'm healing after that, we've like kind of said like that he won't be doing like a tour or anything. That's not to say he can't like go out for the day and like do stuff, but it's not going to change the band. Do you know what? If anything, it's already like he's working even harder than he was before as an artist. Yeah, he's just been doing even more. And I mean, the only thing that's really going to change is he's now in a band as a father. Do you know what I mean? Like, he wants to take the baby on tour. He's got all these plans in his head what he wants to do. It's not going to change the band. He wants the baby on the road. I mean, I'm like, I don't logistically know how feasible that is, but I mean, he's got these aspirations and these goals, which is really, really sweet. But do you know what? I think the thing that attracted us both to each other initially was the fact that we're both in the performing arts, we're both in the arts world, and we totally understand that. Like, we could plan a date and I could cancel it last minute and be like, I've got an audition, I'm sorry, I can't come. Or we could plan a holiday and he'd be like, I've been offered these tours, or I've been offered these shows, let's cancel the holiday. And like, things like that do happen, and we're very last minute with everything anyway. We're very understanding of things. I don't want him to not tour just because we've got a baby. Like, it's not gonna change. I would never expect him to not do as much with the band just because we've got a kid, in the same way that he wants me to still, sorry. In the same way that he still wants me to have my career and stuff like that, and have my life and do the work that I want to do as well. And we'll basically just be working around each other. Yeah, I think it's just going to be about balance and knowing that we both have careers, but I'm willing and he's willing to compromise and work around each other. I hope that answers the question. But yeah, nothing like is going to change with the band and him being in Loathe. Like, don't worry. What are you most excited about? I am most excited about meeting my baby. I just want them here now. I want to know what they look like, what their features are like how much hair, like all those kind of things. I'm ready to take on like my role as a mother and physically be there. I feel like I mentally feel like 17, so sometimes I'm a bit like, how am I having a baby? Like, that's wild. Like, I'm literally just a teenager. But then on the flip side, I'm like, oh no, I know I'm ready for this. I know I'm gonna be an amazing mum, totally ready to not let that fully define me as well. I know it's gonna be really hard. I know it's gonna be the hardest thing I've ever had to do. But I feel ready for it. I just want to meet my baby. Like, but feeling the kicks now in my tummy just makes it feel more real. I just want to hold. Do you know what I mean? What are you most scared about? I am obviously scared. I'm terrified, if I'm honest. I'm terrified of everything. I'm terrified of like having this massive bump, and I'm already like, when I'm traveling and I'm out and about on my own, which is quite often, because I do so many different kinds of jobs, I'm already feeling like really protective of myself. I am scared. I know I'm gonna do a good job, but I'm obviously scared. I know in case I don't, even though I know I will. If I'm really being truly properly honest, I'm scared about losing myself as me. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I don't want, obviously my baby means the world to me. Obviously being a mum means the world to me. Being this baby's mum is going to be the most important thing I ever do in my life, but I am scared that I will lose myself and like forget who I am as a person and just see myself just as mum. I don't want that. I don't think it will happen, because I watched my mum have her own life as well as be a mum, and I loved that. I loved seeing her go off and do things for herself, but she was also the best mum and is the best mum ever. Do you know what I mean? So I don't feel like I will lose myself. I feel like it's really, really important to not lose that sense of identity. Like, yeah, I'm a mum, but I'm also like Eleanor, the actor and all. Do you know what I mean? Like, some people might listen to that and think that's really selfish, but do you know what? It's absolutely not. I think in order for me to be the best mum ever, I also need to have my own life as well. And don't get me wrong, I know that having my own life is going to be a very, very, very small percentage of my time, because all of my time is taken up by being a parent. But yeah, I do still want to make sure that I do things for myself. Now, when I asked these questions, this was a little while ago, I've just not had a chance to film this video. One of the questions is, will you find out the gender? Yes, we will. Actually, we're having a baby girl. I feel like everybody knows this right now. She is on the way. We paid for a private gender scan here in Liverpool, and it was really worth it, just because Faisal might not be here for the 20 weeks NHS scan. Yeah, we got a baby girl. Eee. Baby girl is on her way. This next question is actually super interesting. It's, have you set any boundaries? I've got an idea of what my boundaries are. I mean, I haven't fully discussed them with my family yet, but yeah, absolutely, like 100%. For instance, no one's kissing my baby, like no one's kissing her. I've seen too many horror stories about somebody with a little bit of a cold kissing a baby, then that baby ends up in hospital for 2 weeks. Like, I'm sorry. I don't care what relation you are to me. I don't care how close we are, you're not kissing my baby. Second thing is, I like, thankfully, whatever boundary I think of when I speak to Faisal, he's just all for it. He's so supportive. I'm so lucky. But for instance, I don't want to be bombarded with visitors, especially if I'm having a C-section. I know when I've had operations in the past, or I've been really ill with anything in the past, I don't want anyone around me, like apart from Faisal. So yeah, I don't want anyone just turning up unannounced. I won't let you in. Like, thankfully, sorry, this sounds awful. Actually, I don't care. None of our family live close by. Like, we live in Liverpool and our family live in different cities. They're not local. So, you know, you've minimum got like 2.5 hours to drive here, minimum for some people. And we live in an apartment building, so like you can't just come in. Do you know what I mean? So I think I only want like immediate family for the first 2 weeks or however long. Do you know what? I might change my mind. It might get to me having the baby and I just don't care. But yeah, for now, I don't want to be bombarded with visitors. I don't want people overstaying their welcome. I don't want people thinking they've just got the right to just pick the baby up and do what they want. Like, if my baby cries, give her back to me. Give her back to me. In the same sense of like, I don't want all the visitors like here at once. I don't want there to be loads of people in the hospital. I want to keep it very low key. And I don't think people have a problem with that. Or I think people might be a little bit like disheartened or upset, but it's not your baby, so it's not your choice. I'm sorry. I'm really, really lucky that we don't have interfering people in our lives. Like, our whole family, my family, Faisal's family, our friends, everyone is so unbelievably amazing, and I'm not worried. Do you know what I mean? If I say something, I'm not worried that I'll have backlash or anything like that. I'm just not. I know people will respect what we want. But yeah, I do have boundaries, and I think I'll probably write them all down and post them in our family group chat and be like, these are our boundaries. I'm the one making the baby, so what I say goes. And I feel like that should be the case with everyone growing a baby. Okay, I'm gonna answer just a few more because I feel like this video is super long. What are your plans for your baby shower? I'm not gonna have a baby shower. It's not really me. I don't want all that attention on me. Like, it's mad. My career in terms of how I actually am. Like, you're an actor, but you don't want attention on you. I don't. They make me cringe. The thought of it gives me the ick. It's just not me. No. Like, I see baby showers, and like, to me, it just makes me think that I'm just making people buy me presents. Like, that's how I see it. And I know that's probably like a sad way to see it, but they just look like it's just a personal thing. They just look like the kind of thing that you do just to post on Instagram. And I don't think I'd enjoy it. I don't want all that attention on me. All my family and friends live so far away from each other, so to make them all come somewhere for one day and like book the day off work and stuff like that, I just don't want to do it. Like I don't want one, so why should I have one just because that's what is apparently the norm? How are you finding dressing? It's getting more and more difficult as the weeks go by and I become bigger, but I'm finding it fun, like the challenge of like, okay, well I can just about fit in these trousers, but what am I wearing on top, do you know what I mean? And also the fact that we're still dressing like it's winter. Like I feel like spring fashion, we're forcing it, but like the weather's still disgusting. So I don't know, I feel like all of a sudden I'm gonna have this massive bump and it's suddenly gonna get really hot, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, whoa. So yeah, I've got like this dress I'm wearing now is like a maternity dress. I don't know if you can see. So yeah, I'm finding that I want to wear really tight things to show my bump. Not just so people move out the way at the train station, but like, yeah, I'm finding it like a fun challenge. I really want to still feel like I look nice. I still want to dress alternative in a way, but I also want to be comfortable. I think the real challenge is going to be being in my 3rd trimester in the summer. I think that's going to be the challenge. Like, what on earth am I going to wear? I've been posting outfits on my TikTok and on my Instagram of like pregnancy outfits. So yeah, I think I'm going to carry on doing that because I feel like making content, being pregnant is like making me explore my wardrobe more and actually wearing stuff that I wouldn't normally wear. I would just put like some joggers on and a t-shirt, but I'm actually like forcing myself to like curate nice outfits that like show my bum that are still comfortable. So yeah, I'm enjoying it and I'm enjoying the challenge. This is going to be my final question. Will you be at Download this year? I don't know. I'm assuming you asking that you're going to be there, so I hope you have the most amazing time. The lineup is so good. I don't know, Loathe aren't playing, are they? No, they're playing another show, or they're not playing Download because they're just getting back from America or something like that. So I would have definitely gone if Loathe were playing because I just would have gone with them for the day. But the answer is I don't know. I don't actually know what festivals I'm going to this year. I think it's going to be very last minute, like let's go kind of thing. I'm obviously very fortunate that I don't have to plan these things in advance anymore. It's a really nice privilege, I'm not gonna lie. I won't try and play it cool, it is nice. But it just depends on how I feel on the day, I suppose, like how big the bump is, if my disability is affected by it or whatever. Certainly obviously won't be camping in a tent being pregnant. I don't know the answer to that, but I hope everyone that's going has the most amazing time because like I said, the lineup is really good. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up this video now because I think it's really long. That's all for now. If you have any other questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram or anything like that. I'm happy to answer them. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or week or evening or whatever you're doing. Take care, stay hydrated, and be kind to each other, and I will see you in the next video. Did I say next? Next. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye-bye.